Hello, I'm your host Moss from Moss Talks Wolf, and today I'm going to be talking about my review of Book 16 from Wings of Fire, The Hybrid Prince. I got this book on release day, and it was the best Wings of Fire book I have ever read. A warning for people who have not read The Hybrid Prince yet, just stop right here because there is going to be so many spoilers. Alright, now let's get into it. So, my brief summary is that, Sora, after trying to kill Icicle many times, this is all happening during Arc 2. I should have mentioned that earlier, but this is all happening during Arc 2. So, Umber and Sora are running away, and then they find these islands with not yet, not safe here, keep going signs to guide them to the Dungeon Isle, as I like to call it, as it's called in the story, or the Forgotten Isle. The only thing I don't like about this book is that they don't give the prophecy at the start. It's just a little message from Tui T. Sutherland just saying, it gives away too much about the story. And then they give it away at the end, though, which does make sense, but I just feel wish that they put the prophecy at the start. But aside from that, still a great book. Alright, so, we have Umber and Sora going, flying for so long, keep stopping, and then Prince Mulberry from the Forgotten Isles finds them, takes them back without mentioning the danger. Mention the danger! And then when Umber, Sora, and Mulberry arrive to the Dungeon Isle, then they are greeted by the King and Queen, Queen Beryl, which I just feel it was so nice that Beryl was finally introduced as a character, because she was on Queen Scarlet's kill list in Wings of Fire, the fact book, and then the King Snakeroot. And it is revealed that Mulberry is the prince of the Dungeon Isle, and is the only one who can leave the barrier that is mentioned later on, and has this sort of, what's it called, leaf speak, but he can, it's dragon speak or animal speak that he can use on anything, and he does use that to save Umber from a kraken. I forgot to mention that at the start. When he finds them, he uses that dragon speak or animal speak to rescue him from the kraken by just, putting his talon on it and just saying, you don't want him. You don't want him, he's not gonna taste good. And then after that, King Snakeroot is a weird guy. I mean, he's later revealed to be part Nightwing, but he's a Leafwing who keeps randomly spouting prophecy, I think. I mean, it matches up with the prophecy at the end of the story, what he's saying, King Snakeroot. What he's saying as he, rambles on. And then we have the Ghost, who, is a weird character. I didn't understand it at first, and then I understood it, but it's hard to describe. So then, the ghost sister has to clean up after all the messes that the ghost makes, and that sister is named Quokka, and the ghost is named Platypus, which I just find, for some reason, very funny, and I just feel it's not that funny. I mean, Platypus said, "Don't laugh," when she's told Mulberry and Umber her name. And Platypus is not a ghost at all. She's just a regular dragon who ran away with a bunch of other dragons and are trying to undermine the secrets of Queen Beryl and King Snakeroot, who it is revealed later on in the story, near the end, actually, that they killed the actual king and queen to become it and said they had won, so they're basically dictators, instead of being elected like the actual king and queen were. And then a weird thing is, Prince Mulberry is Queen Scarlet's half-brother, which I just feel like doesn't make him bad. Oh, I've never met Queen Scarlet, but I just feel like it is a cool fact because Beryl is related to Queen Scarlet. I think Beryl was Queen Scarlet's sister or Queen Firestorm's sister. And then with the King Snakeroot, he is Nightwing Leafwing. And the only reason that Mulberry is able to leave the Dungeon Isle is because he is descended from the Animus, I think, and the queen that ordered the Animus to do that. That is what I think it is. I haven't read the book in a week, so yeah. And then, I'm just going to skip to the end because this is getting longer than I like my episodes to be. So, in the end, they find 2 dragon eggs that are from the beginning of the Dungeon Isle, which are from unknown tribes, and I don't think that they said what tribe it was, but the dragon egg was taken by Umber, Sora, and Prince Mulberry away from the Dungeon Isle into the land of Pyria until the age of 4, I think. 4 or 3, to come back and save everyone from the Dungeon Isle. And then in the epilogue, some creepy stuff happens. I mean, all the queens disappear, immediately. All the queens are just gone. Queen Wasp, gone. Queen Ruby, gone. And a dragon comes and takes the other dragon egg that's supposed to save the Dungeon Isle, or a random egg. And it wasn't said who, it just said dark, shadowy claws. That's my summary of the book 16 of Wings of Fire, The Hybrid Prince. I would rate it 100 out of 100, all the way. I mean, this book was the best book I've ever read from Wings of Fire. It had a great storyline, and I had pre-ordered it 2 months before, so, it was everything that I wanted it to be. I definitely recommend buying this book if you don't have it already, because, wow, it was the best one. I already said it. It was the best book in the series, in my opinion. So, and that's the end of the episode. Have a great day.